Welcome to Main Street, Nevada County. My name is Jim Firth, the host of Main Street, Nevada County. We have an exciting show for you today. We'd like to welcome our guest, Sarah Gordon, from the Cinderella Project. Hi.
Hi, bippity boppity boo. I brought my magic wand.
Great.
Since I'm a fairy godmother, I thought I should come with an appropriate prop.
That looks very unique and exciting. So
Well,
we're right on target.
Yeah, it allows me to make magic happen with the Cinderella Project, which is really what we're all about.
Nice to hear. I've studied a bit about it and understand that the Cinderella Project is nationwide. Can you explain a little bit of that history for us?
Sure. There is definitely, there are many Cinderella projects all over. If you Google Cinderella Project, we might not be the first one that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not exactly a trademark or an umbrella organization. Each one is its own entity. So we are Nevada County Cinderella Project, and we have a Facebook page and a website, and we've existed since 2010.
Excellent. What decided in your mind to do the Cinderella Project here in Nevada County?
Well, it was actually the brainchild of a fabulous local volunteer. Her name's Terry Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
She had the original idea that everyone should get to have the dream of attending their senior prom. And so in 2010, she decided to make that happen. And she collected dresses, she got a couple of friends together, and 25 girls went to the prom beautifully attired. And then from that, the next year we served 50 kids, the next year we served 100. We added a Prince Charming project. So now we've served probably 450 junior and seniors in Nevada County at all of the high schools. To go to their prom beautifully attired, either in a tuxedo or a prom gown.
So you've been able to get the word out to the high schools throughout the county. Has there been any resistance to this?
No, definitely not. There are 7 high schools here in Nevada County, including the charter schools. And Nevada Union has 2 proms, a junior prom and a senior prom. And each of those occurs on a different day. And there's always somebody who's not going to be able to attend prom, either because of the family situation or the price of the prom ticket, whatever it is. And so we have made it possible for really everyone to go to the prom and have that experience.
So dreams are coming true.
Dreams are definitely coming true. The way we do that is students are referred to us through someone who knows what their particular circumstance is. And that could be a family friend, it could be a teacher, it could be a pastor. We've had a bank teller refer kids, a club leader, all kinds, anyone who knows of someone's circumstance. The student is referred to us, we get their referral form, then we contact them, we make an appointment for the student to come to our boutique, and the fairy godmothers go to work, and they walk out head to toe outfitted for the prom.
Fantastic. How do you then acquire the gowns and the other accessories that are needed for the prom?
Well, that occurs every February.
Uh-huh.
We do a dress drive, and this will be our 5th annual dress drive this year. It always starts on February 1st and goes through the month of February. And we have about 8 or 9 businesses locally throughout Nevada County that function as a drop-off site for dresses, shoes, jewelry. Every year there's a little bit of variation to where those sites are, but for sure I know this year All-Star Automotive up on Evening Star, and I have to say that is a really fun place to drop off a dress.
Okay.
Because the guys in the shop have decided, they've gotten used to it now, so it's kind of fun to drop off an evening gown at an automotive store. Mill Street Clothing, they've supported us since the beginning. The union has supported us right from the very beginning. The Cappuccino Express in Brunswick Basin, the drive-through. Launderland, also in Brunswick Basin. And then we try to get a scattering of other businesses out in Penn Valley or down by Lake of the Pines to make it easy for people to drop off dresses, shoes, jewelry.
And then, do you have a central location? If you have 100 young women who you're helping each year, that's got to be a full closet for somebody somewhere.
Well, it outgrew the closet very quickly. We have a storage unit in Penn Valley.
Okay.
So that's where all the gowns live during the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then when prom season comes around in March, we depend on the generosity of a local business retail space that is vacant.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been very fortunate in past years. Pacific Land Management has had vacant retail spaces, which they have made available to us rent-free. We pay the utilities.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in there from March through May. And we set up truly a boutique. It's a little jewel of a dress shop. And the girls come, and the fairy godmothers are there and attend to them. And often, I would say the transformation and the magic occurs for many of these kids when they come to try on a dress. Because for some of them, they've never even had that kind of experience. And
Right.
I've watched kids walk in without much sense of self-esteem, not sure that they were going to find a dress, and walk out feeling like a princess. And there's really no way to describe that except magic.
Sure. And as a fairy godmother, are there more of you?
Oh yes, I'm just the head fairy godmother. There are about 12 of a group. There are many fairy godmothers, many more than 12. I'd say 12 are the ones who help man the boutique and sort the dresses and get everything ready each year. We can always use more fairy godmothers. There can never be too many. It's very easy to volunteer on our website, nccinderellaproject.us.
Okay. We'll try to get that up in graphic form
Okay.
as we go through the program.
Great.
So that's how they help. And you've mentioned a couple of drop-off locations,
Mm-hmm.
and the businesses are being very responsible in helping with this program. I know. Are there other things that other businesses might be able to do to help, either in terms of the donations or do you accept money? How does
Oh,
that-
yes. We're right now in the process of getting our own 501c3 status.
Mhm.
Up until now, we've been very generously fiscally sponsored by the Friendship Club. And so donations through the Friendship Club to the Cinderella Project are tax deductible. We've grown enough that we feel like we're ready to stand on our own feet. And so by the end of 2017, we should be our very own 501c3 nonprofit. But for now, because we're fiscally sponsored by the Friendship Club, donations are tax deductible. And dress donations are tax deductible. All of that works because of our affiliation with the Friendship Club.
Okay, I'm not, it's been a long time since we've had to get our daughter in a prom dress. Do you find that the prom dresses are seeing the same ones for a couple of years? Do you manage to alter the styles?
Yeah, I
Is
know
that
what
part
you're
of what the
asking.
godmothers are helping with?
Well, Because we do a dress drive every year, that refreshes our collection, and we have, I would say at the moment, we have about 300 dresses in storage, and then through the dress drive, we'll probably get 200 more. And we're pretty particular about what we're looking for. We're definitely not looking for bridesmaids dresses. The girls are pretty particular, but each school has its own flavor. Sometimes there's a theme to the prom, and so we definitely are open to many different styles. And we do some alterations. Several of our fairy godmothers are pretty accomplished seamstresses, so we're able to do, what do I call it, transformation of a gown. And we get some incredible gowns. I mean, I'm talking runway, designer, couture. It's fantastic what people donate to us. And then we're able to offer to these kids who otherwise really wouldn't go to the prom feeling like they were, part of the rest of the attendees.
The young women who've been able to take advantage, if I can use that term,
Yeah.
of these, have you been able to follow their progress, through their prom year and beyond, having just met them for a first time? Do you ever see them coming back to help as a volunteer or do
We
anything
do.
that way?
Yeah, we every year I've had a student from Nevada Union choose to do the Cinderella project as her senior project. And so those girls in particular I have stayed in touch with, and for two of them especially, I've watched them enter into their adult life and find that they have a certain kind of confidence and just a sense about themselves that they attribute to Cinderella Project, making it possible for them to participate in something that would have been impossible. So that's, I think, a pretty strong endorsement.
Yeah, that's
What we're
great.
doing.
I was hoping to hear that was taking place.
Yeah,
Because I think the friendships that you can develop with the young folks who've been through the program, and for those especially who stay in the community, and I hope there are many of those,
right,
that connection has been built across generations.
yes.
And those are very important and can be very strong ties.
Yes, definitely. And of course, with Facebook, we often the girls will post a picture of themselves at the prom, and so we're definitely getting a little more connection that way than we might have. We might not have had that in the past without social media. So it allows us to stay connected to the girls.
Okay. And Facebook, is it a public Facebook page? Can people go to Facebook
Yes,
as well?
we're on Facebook, Nevada County Cinderella Project. And between our Facebook page and our website, you can really get a sense of how we're becoming more visible in the community. Last September, we were in the Constitution Day Parade, and we actually won the Mayor's Choice, first place for our entry,
Very nice.
which was a Volkswagen convertible made to look like a pumpkin carriage, carrying girls in gowns.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so we're going to reprise that at the Mardi Gras parade, but we've enlisted a couple of small children to be the mice. And
Okay.
so you can look for us at the Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah, we can do that. I hope you'll be in the Constitution Day Parade again as well.
I think we probably
Those
will.
are really nice community events.
Yeah.
Is there a particular need that the Cinderella Project has in addition to always some additional money and some
Right.
gowns? Are there other things that you've come up short on in terms of what you need to continue the work?
I would say at this point, this is this is definitely looking into the future, but it would be in our best interest to ultimately have a permanent site that the community would begin to associate, oh, that's where the Cinderella Project is. I don't think we're quite ready for that, but we're beginning to explore that possibility because each year we've been in different locations depending on where the open space is. And now that we've existed for 6 years, more and more people know about us when, Cinderella Project comes up. And I think once you start to recognize the name, it's nice to have a place to associate with.
Is there a national organization? I mean, I know there are locations around the country.
Right.
But is there assistance or advice that's offered to the local group here, or is it necessary even?
I think not as far as I know in terms of a national organization. And each community, of course, has its own particular need. And I think because of who's gotten involved with Cinderella Project, a number of us are educators, a number of people are professionals. So we have a pretty good sense of who our Nevada County population is and who we're reaching out to. We can always serve more students. So the more kids who are referred to us, the better. And actually, there is one other need that we have, which is for the boys, they have to rent their tuxedo. And I don't know if you've rented a tuxedo lately, but it costs $100 for the basic, for the most basic. We've negotiated a pretty amazing relationship with one of the tuxedo retailers here in town who works with a tuxedo company. But that is one of our biggest expenses when we get 10, 20, 30, 40 boys and we're paying out to help them defray the cost of their tuxedo rental. So if someone was interested in specifically donating for tuxedo rentals, that would be something that we could definitely use.
Okay, so for listeners here, if you have a teenage boy who would like to be at the prom and have a nice tuxedo, and you can help with the donation, it doesn't have to be the whole cost. Those are the kinds of things that the donations of money can help in terms of channeling that to the Cinderella Project through the Friendship Club.
Right.
So I encourage people to do that as well. So I understand you're going to be presenting at the first Tuesday Educational Forum in early February this year. Is there something that the folks who are going to be in attendance there could do to assist in, number one, attending the program, but number two, should they be bringing donations of dresses or accessories to that program?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely be prepared to accept any kind of dress donation, gently used shoes, jewelry, and financial donations as well. That would be a great opportunity.
All right, so again, the first Tuesday Educational Forum, they're held on the first Tuesday of every month at the Peace Lutheran Church at 828 West Main Street in Grass Valley. They start at 5:30 in the afternoon, so if you are available in town and would like to help out with the Cinderella Project, there's an opportunity to come and meet Sarah in person and bring a donation. We'd love to have people attend and hope to see you there. Thanks again for joining us for our Main Street Nevada County program.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Bippity boppity boo.